YouTubers, as promised, I'm doing a reading from a masculine energy that lasted through that video. I need to know. I need to know. Do it. Tell me. Like I said, there's nothing that can shock me, but at the end of the day, we need some clarification from you guys, from the masculine. Come on. Help us, help the sisters out. Seriously. I just like, I can't. I'm like, Lord. So, this is going to be an overall masculine energy reading, okay? All signs, masculine only. In reference to your relationships. I'm going to use the romance angel cards first, just to kind of see like what's going on energy-wise. Then I'm going to do an intuitive cartomancy on the pathway existing now and, future moments in existence. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be real with it. We're existing, okay? This clock thing, the schedule thing, I only follow a schedule when I must. And other than that, I don't really freaking know what time it is. It's 234 on that freaking oven right now. It is 234 in the oven. While I'm talking, I look over just to because I'm talking about the time, If you've been watching my channel, you know none of my clocks in the house are right. I do it on purpose because that's just the way I am. Like, I don't need to keep being reminded of what time it is, okay? I know on my laptop. And everything, the other things by satellite, sure, because, they just automatic. But, clocks, it's time. There's actually, let me just tell you this real quick. There is actually a television show. There's a reference to that in there. Oh my gosh, Peter Holmes, he is a comedian, and he's funny as crap. He makes the funniest freaking faces. He's so funny. So funny. But they're enlightened. I don't know if people catch on to that stuff on TV shows or movies, even comedians. You know why? Comedians are light bringers. They make you laugh, right? What's laughing? Joy, fun, forgetting about all of the stupid worries. Comedians are light bringers. Yeah, they make fun of things. If you can't make fun of yourself and can't take a joke, okay, that's a problem. I make fun of myself all day long, all the time. People make fun of me. I think it's funny that they make fun of me, that I am worth their attention enough that they can make a joke about me. Why can't you appreciate a joke? I do. I appreciate good jokes. I make them all the time. Comedians, light bringers, they make you laugh. And the things that you judge, you're still laughing at the comedian for saying it. And some of them speak so out there. And I don't know if people catch on to it. I don't. I do. I'm like, come on, you going to say it? You going to say it? You going to say it? Say it? Dave Chappelle was killing it. Dave Chappelle was freaking killing it. I watched it on Netflix. And I was waiting for him. I was like, he's going to do it. He never said it. That one thing that's missing with enlightenment here. He was headed in that direction, then he'd make a joke. He'd keep going and make a joke. And I'm like, because you can't let, especially in that social standing. It's like, the collective, no. Right? But Peter Holmes, I think he is on HBO. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he has a television show. Don't ask me what it's called. You're lucky I know his name off the top of my head. I'm very bad at that. But there is a guy in the show, on a TV show, and Peter Holmes, his actual, or it's Pete, whatever, his actual TV show is based off of his life in rising to be a comedian. So he's like the guy who doesn't have any money. His freaking girlfriend leaves him for like this, like real spiritual guy, like whatever he's all about, like hippie, all about love, whatever. And he's like, Pete's feelings are bruised, like he's hurt or whatever, but he's like headed in a completely different direction, right, with his life. But he's not dating. He meets this guy who's a comedian, He's actually an actor, and he's in like Transformers. He's like in a bunch of movies. So like he's a well-known actor on this TV show, but he's also a comedian. And he meets Pete, and Pete is like staying at his house because like he just got like out of his. He can't be at his girlfriend's house anymore because she has this like guy living with her. The show's hilarious, but this is his like real life. Like this is his real life. It's funny. Watch it. He has like 50 clocks on the walls. On the walls. 50 clocks on the wall in his apartment. And Pete is sleeping on this like gigantic beanbag chair in his living room, which I want one. It's like huge, right? But they're all wrong. All the clocks are wrong on the wall. And he says to him, Pete, what's time? Like, I don't know. We're honestly just existing. And I was like, right on. I'm like, so am I. I don't know if people catch on to things that are said because it's coming from a higher place of enlightenment, understanding that society-based beliefs, that's what he was getting at. You know, you're worried about what time it is? You're just existing. That's why none of my clocks in the house are right. I was like, can I come live with you? Me and you probably soulmates. I just had to share that with you. Look, you're going to kill me. You guys are like, do the reading! I am, right now. I promise. But I just had to share that with you guys. Like, come on. I thought that was freaking amazing. Amazing. Okay, masculine. Talk to me. Divine masculine, how you feeling about these relationships right now that you're worried about, that you're in? Freaking talk. You guys gotta talk. Open up. What do you have to lose being vulnerable? That's what I don't understand. Being vulnerable is freeing your soul, isn't it? Feels so good to just be vulnerable. Just spill your freaking guts all over the place. Why are you holding on to it? Fear what? Fear nothing. I fear nothing. I fear nothing anymore. You don't get it? Oh well, I can't help you. Keep it for future reference. Write down what I say for future reference. Maybe you'll get it later on in your life and you'll be like, oh my God, it clicked. Finally. But, you know, people are so afraid to be themselves, so afraid to just talk about where they're at in their life, you know, and why? Because society made you feel as if you're beneath anything of any sort of social standing. That it's acceptable. Whatever. I've been at the bottom so many times, came back to the top, every single one. You want to know why? Because I knew that I would, knew that I could, and I wasn't doing what it is that I needed to be doing, and that's why I fell to the bottom. And everybody's rock bottom. I always say that. People are like, I hit bottom. I'm like, that was your bottom. That was your bottom. That was your bottom when you got tired of your own bullshit. You hit that bottom and you said, I'm sick of this shit. I can't live like this anymore. I got to do something about it. Everybody's rock bottom is different. It's relation to you and how you feel, right? All right, are you guys done? Romance angel cards, masculine? Nope. As soon as I said that. See, I'll talk it right out of you. Anything else masculine? Anything else that you want to bring out with these cards? By masculine. Anything else? Masculine. Energies. Overall collective. Anything else? Nope. That'd be it. Bottom of the deck. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. What was I just saying? What was I just saying? You guys believe me yet? You guys believe me yet? Come on, let's be real here. What was I just saying? Spill your freaking guts. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. How do you do that? How do you do that? You guys ready for it? You ready for it? What's underneath that? By having a heart-to-heart freaking conversation. Look, she is all up in your face, isn't she? And you're like, nope. And those angels are like, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. See the angels standing there? Can you see it over the glare? Can you see it if I do this? If I go like that? I know you can't. No, but you see how she's all up in his face? Look at the angels standing behind her. They're like, you're going to answer her. You better do it. Do it now. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And how do you do that? By being vulnerable and spilling your freaking guts. So you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation because you want to know why. Because you know your feelings are real and worth exploring with this person, yet you're holding back. Why are you holding back? Because these past life karmic relationships that didn't work out caused fear to build up within yourself, and now you perceive being fearful of doing what? Of doing what? Opening up. And why? Why? Because you don't know the safety in, I really, one day, will not get this. Holding these cards, I mean, seriously, it's a problem. Safety in love. Love and pain are not two of the same. Enough with it. It's freaking tolerable. Love doesn't hurt. What hurts is not understanding yourself in relation to love. So you go searching for a relationship, and you're searching for validation from another person in order to give love to you, when in fact you're sharing it. So all those lower level karmic relationships you were in that went round and round and round we go, that didn't work out, was because you both were chasing something that neither one of you could give to each other because you don't hold it within yourself first. Point blank, period. That's what it is. It's a factual thing. I know it. It is. Somebody cannot give you something that you don't believe that you deserve and hold within yourself in the first place. I can't hurt your feelings only unless you believe something within yourself that I could say to you that will hurt your feelings. Like if I said to you, and this means no disrespect to anybody, I'm using it as an example because I don't condone this. And my son knows better. I would snatch his ass up in a second and be like, you said what? To who? Huh. Guess what you're doing? Writing a letter. Yeah, I make him write letters to people for apologies. Because now, that is teaching. If somebody was of a bigger person, okay, and you called them fat, and they already had insecurities about being fat, you in fact would hurt their feelings, correct? Because you understand and knew consciously that I'm going to call that person fat because they know they're fat and they're insecure about it. That is this karma, right? You can't have somebody make you feel unloved only unless you believe that that person can make you feel that way. Just by the example I gave. When you say, I love you to someone, you are expressing a feeling of appreciation and gratitude for the reflection that that person gives you within yourself. You're sharing that love. So it's a reflection, a deep one. When you are chasing up against this person in order to feel good about yourself, and they're not making you feel good, they're not. They are not going to validate you because they can't. You point fingers and blame that person because you're being codependent. These past life relationships, these karmic relationships, are all about codependency, and you fall to bouts of depression and loneliness because that person didn't love me. I understand it. I know all about it. I know all about it. I felt like that forever. My whole life. Not worthy. Not worthy of love, not worthy of this, not worthy of that. Please, now on a deeper level of understanding, being awakened, eyes wide open, can see so clear now. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about your beliefs in relation to love and how you feel love and how you get love and earn it and all that. And you don't. You share it. You radiate it. It's in you. It's in you. And then your beliefs up here in the dark place make you believe otherwise. Right? Right. You guys know how I am. All right. Now, you want to scroll on through this because you know I have to do it this way. You may. But divine, masculine, men, masculine energy, collective. Let's see what is on the pathway for you at this time, how you're feeling towards these relationships, where your clogs are, you know, what you truly do desire in the relationship that you are desiring and with that person, because that's what's going to come out here. It's your energies. You know, this is the collective energy. So like I said, Part of the storyline might make sense to you and the other part might not. It's guidance, okay? If part of it, take with you what you understand. If you don't understand it, then, you know, maybe it's not for you. But, you know, there's guidance in these readings in regards to how it is, you know, that there's this clog. And I already know what the clog is because I was preaching it before the cards even flew out. And it validated everything I just said about being vulnerable and open up about your feelings and having that heart-to-heart conversation, because that is how your heart and soul can sing with joy, by bringing your truth and honesty, right? If you like someone or love someone or truly care about someone, let them know. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think about it, or worrying that it's not going to be reciprocated. If it's not reciprocated and that person's not on your level, now you know you freed yourself of that burden and you can go forward. Right? Right. The person's just not on that vibrational level. There's a belief in there that's not clicking in relation to how you feel about yourself. All right, let's do this thing. Masculine energies, overall collective. What is going on? Of course, you guys are throwing them on the floor really far too in a complicated way. I can't see it. There we go. Let me just sort of get these all screwed up here. Masculine. Right, let me just make these over so I don't get them messed up. So I got to keep them in alignment here. Okay. Card flew out right on top of another card, so we'll just leave it there. Whoop. That's a whole pathway that just came out. Anything else? Okay. That stays there. Okay. Let me just go down here. That was the first card out. Brilliant. Just wait. Just wait, you guys. Alrighty. Oh, masculine, you're going to be spilling your guts now. Okay. Let me just do this. I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience. Don't you hate when people say that? Thank you for your patience. It's like, well, did I have any other choice? Okay. First card out, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Well, I hope that you crack the code for me on what you guys are doing to get this. And the other direct counterpart, how did they get that? Because there is a new person who has stirred your romantic feelings. And in order for this to move here, okay, because this is what you truly want, masculine. You want this higher level of commitment, right? You do. Because you met this person, and they stirred all those romantic feelings, right? What was at the bottom of the deck here? Your feelings are real and worth exploring, but you need to let go of the control issues. You need to let go of the control issues. You need to allow it to unfold naturally. And how do you do that? By being vulnerable, by opening up, by stop being fearful and controlling. What's controlling? Let go of the control issues. What does that mean when it comes to this? Okay, I'm an intuitive reader, so yeah, I could read this out of the book to you. I don't need to because I can just tell you because I just already know intuitively. Okay, so allow the situation to unfold naturally, meaning stop being afraid and fearful and not being and speaking your truth, being someone you're not because you're afraid, shoving people off, right? Or giving a breadcrumb, but taking a whole loaf and then giving them back a piece of crust, okay? I know all about it. But that's what I mean, like, allow it to unfold naturally. Stop being afraid of the unfolding of it. It's unfolding by how you are allowing your heart and soul to sing with joy. If you're vibrating on a high level and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing, this is so cool, I like this person like so much. And then you go, but I don't know if this is going to go anywhere. I'm afraid. That's when it already starts to fall apart. As soon as that starts happening, it's already falling apart. Because you're going to feed that energy then. And you're going to close up, clam up, out of fear of the unknown, fear that your feelings are going to get hurt, your ego is going to get bruised. Screw your ego. Seriously, screw it. It serves you no purpose. Shed it. It's like a snake skin. Just get it off. Because seriously, it's what holds love apart. Trolls in the head. Got to allow the free-flowing energies with none other than, yes, this is your soulmate. The person you met who stirred these feelings inside of you that have caused you to control the unfolding of it is, in fact, your soulmate. And you need to give this relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. How do you do that? By allowing your heart and soul to sing with joy. By opening up, speaking your truth, understanding in the safety of love, exploring your feelings, releasing all lower past relationships. Talk about it. Say, my problem is, I was in these past relationships and blah, blah, blah. Be real with it. It boils my blood when people cannot just be real. Because then all you're doing is going around and you're damaging others by your damage inside. If you would just freaking let it out and talk about it, you would avoid another unfavorable relationship. You would no longer be stuck in karmic cycles. You would have released the karmic cycle by opening up to the person who lit a fire inside of you instead of running from it. Right? Right? I know it. I know it. And if the other person does not reciprocate, you're good. You just released all of that energy inside of you that was killing you just not to speak your truth. But you have to be, this is the kicker, you have to let go of the control, meaning you're not just opening up to that person in order to get what it is you want, okay? You don't care what the response is. You just want to free your freaking self of not being able to open up. And then you prove to yourself that you can open up, and regardless of what that person says, you're good with yourself all day long. I don't give a crap. One of my favorite lines. One of my favorite lines that I say. But seriously, that's what it is, right? So, first card out that you flung on the floor, masculine, is the new beginning and the new phase of life. And do you want to know what else? What was the first card that came out? Do we remember? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Well, lo and behold, the Ace of Diamonds indicates engagement. Meaning of this card. Higher level of commitments here. A new beginning and a new phase of life here. By doing what? Doing what? Cupid, the bringer of loving messages. By bringing it. Speaking your truth. Heart-to-heart conversations. How do you do that? How do you do this? By verbally communicating in order to lay foundations for future success. This is also a trip by car. Person might not live by you. I don't know. Moving to a new home. laying foundations, the four corners, building with none other than who? Your soulmate. Your soulmate. This is the soulmate card. This is how these cards came out. This is not made up, okay? So we already have the romance angel card came out, engagement. We got the ace of diamonds. We got the new love here, okay? And let go of the control issues. We had soulmate here. Look. Soulmate. Laying foundations. Bringing our truth. Heart-to-heart conversation. Romantic feelings. Your reelings, true. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Speaking about our feelings. In knowing that it's safe. It's safe to open up. You're not losing anything by being yourself and opening up. Home environment. Your home environment could be affected by the fact, or you're affected in your home environment. There could be kids that is affecting your relationship. Children could be involved in the home environment because and the way that this could be read in this lineup here is that you want a new beginning and a new phase of life. You want to ascend this relationship to a higher level of commitment. It's not at this time, you know, because we're stuck in our head over here. This is showing we're stuck in our head over unfortunate events from the past. Past life, codependent bullshit, right? So we have negative emotions, unfortunate events from the past. Now we got all these fears blocking what we truly want. We're stuck in our head. But if we would just use a little bit of common sense here and use good judgment, this card indicates there can be growth. And now we can roll into this new beginning and this new phase of life here. The home environment could be affected by children. But the thing is that this also indicates that a soulmate, you could be coming into union with this person, but you may need to move because this is documents pertaining to a home. So this card means moving to a new home, okay? So this new beginning can involve moving to a new area, moving to a new home in order to bring this union together. But what's blocking the union from coming together is the sense and feelings of unrequited love, right? Hurt feelings, feeling slighted, feeling snubbed, all these lower energies. This is a lower energy card to me, okay? So this is like all those lower energies from the past that have nothing to do with this soulmate here, that it was just triggered. Those feelings were triggered and vice versa. Okay, all of this from those past life codependent relationships, all those feelings were triggered upon meeting the soulmate, right? And it has not moved anywhere because we're controlling it by being fearful. This is what's in between blocking. And our wishes, I just bit my tongue, I'm sorry. Our wishes and desires to communicate is what's at the end of this lineup here. But we're controlling it. And what's controlling it? Fears. Fears are what's controlling what it is that you truly want. And what it is that you truly wish and desire to have is communication, bringing this into union with your soulmate, bringing loving messages. You want this new beginning in this new phase of life with this soulmate, but you're blocking it because your fears. Your fears are the only thing that is keeping you apart from opening up about your feelings, being truthful, being honest, and moving a relationship forward that is showing me here to be the lover of your soul, masculine. So it's showing here your efforts will be rewarded because giving your time and energy freely is what needs to happen here. And when you do, your efforts are going to be rewarded in the developing of this relationship. But your lack of progression and your setback of you having this new beginning and working it out is due to the fact that there needs to be healing that takes place, speaking our truth, and by doing that, you get a second chance to redo the relationship with the lover of your soul, your soulmate, your direct counterpart that you met. But all the lower level feelings from past relationships is exactly what's blocking it from coming together. I have all elements here. That's why I'm not calling out any elements. We got water, earth, air, and fire here. You know who you are in relation to your soulmate, divine masculine. You know who this person is, okay? That's why you're watching this. And ladies, if you're watching it, you know who he is. This is what's going on, right? The lack of progression in this moving and working this out and this healing and setting improvement is the exact reason is because you're separated. Because you separated yourself from the person because you were under the illusion and control of these negative lower level emotions that no longer serve you. So by shedding them, speaking your truth, you get to have a new beginning and a new phase of life. You get to have the commitment with the person who you desire because your feelings were real and they're worth exploring, and you know that. Because the first card out was the engagement card, and the first card out in the cartomancy was the engagement card. Labels, labels, but you want to have this relationship. That's what you're showing me here. We don't have coincidences here. Everything's in perfect synchronization at all times. It's your fears, the negative energies that block you from what you truly want because you're living your life based off of false beliefs, false perceptions, and lower level feelings that you've been carrying with you throughout relationships for well over their expiration date. If it doesn't feel good in thought of these unfortunate events and things that happen, and it's given you this dirt here, these feelings, then you have to heal them. You have to. And if they're in relation to another person, in relation to the lover of your soul, and you know because you're making this person feel the same way, you don't want to, excuse me, you don't want to believe that. But if you're feeling like crap, you best believe that so are they. So bring the loving messages. Get there to tell them, talk to them, open up. This is where foundation building happens. And you know this person is your soulmate. You know this person is the lover of your soul and you want union with this person. That's where your wishes and desires lie at the end of the freaking line. So your clog, masculine, is the fact that you're holding on to old residual energies, false-based beliefs and relationships. There's negative emotions there attached to circumstances, situations that no longer exist. It's the feelings that you carry with you, and then you use those as a perception to why you don't want to ascend relationships. But that's not what's lying in here. It's up here that's blocking. You're holding on to negative emotions. So what do you do with that? Release the grip and open up. Because this is your soulmate. You're dealing with a lover of your soul. You're dealing with a soulmate. Best believe they will understand you more than you will ever know. Because they are a direct reflection of you. They know how you're feeling. You can tell them. And they are not going to not understand. But you have to release the grip and stop worrying and open up. I know it's really hard to open up to people. I know. I was so afraid for so long. I was like, I would tiptoe around like on freaking eggshells because I was so afraid to open up. Free yourself by doing it. And do not worry about their response or what they say. Don't matter. You're freeing yourself of no longer being fearful to live your truth. That's what it's about. If that person is a direct reflection of you, well, then they will understand and be compassionate. And if they're not a direct reflection of you, well, then I guess you'll know that. But you'll free yourself all at the same time. Who cares? Because you cannot control how another person feels about themselves inside. And if they're afraid, well, then they got some more work to do. But if they're not afraid, then they will be grateful in the fact that you came to them, and they will open up to you also. direct reflection, right? But if you approach it trying to get something out of it, that's not the right way. You approach it with your truth and your truth only, and it does not matter what the response is. You're releasing a grip on being afraid. Fear nothing. Fear nothing. Speak your truth. Always be truthful. Stop perceiving yourself to be something you're not. Stop wearing a mask. Be yourself. Be open. Be honest. Be true. And that's the fastest way to get whatever it is that you truly desire and want, regardless of what the other person's response is. That is what I know for certain. I do. So, thank you. You know I love you. I hope that this resonated. Let me know. Bye.